Welcome to a new video, and as you can see, it's of a mystery parcel. And what I can tell you is that the media is of Blu-ray origin, and it's from a very famous franchise, and it's one of my beloved favorite franchises, by the way. Been on the lookout to try and find this particular one to complete my final piece of the jigsaw puzzle, and to find it at a very good price. And luckily I managed to find it at a very good price, bearing in mind that it is second hand. So you got to take into account that things might be missing, like slip covers, or there might be some wear and tear on the actual packaging of the Blu-ray. But for the most part, I've been quite lucky with most Blu-rays. Only on a very rare occasion that I've had slight damage with it. And even then, with the buyers, they've usually been good about giving me like a partial refund. So this item actually came faster than what I expected, because I only ordered it a couple of days ago, and I think it was for second class actually, and it came, so I wasn't really expected to come this quickly. So without further ado, we shall commence the unboxing. And as you can see, it's of the Star Wars movie, The Empire Strikes Back. Now, for the most part, from the prices that I've seen it for, I've seen it for about £8.49 on Amazon. Obviously, if you don't have Amazon Prime, obviously they're going to charge you extra delivery unless you get it delivered at a pickups point. Like what I've did the other day with the battery pack that I bought for the Xbox consoles, and got it delivered to my local Asda. But this one I got from eBay, and it was the last one they had available from a place called World of Books. I got it for £4.44, so I've pretty much got it half price. In terms of, obviously, usually brand new, it's £8.49. Now, with the others, I've got my collection, which I bought for New Hope and Return of the Jedi. Those ones did come with slip covers. Now, this one didn't, which is a little bit unfortunate. But the main thing is, for me, is the actual condition of the actual case, and obviously the disc. Now, they re-released these, the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy and the new trilogy with special sleeves. Now, maybe I might be able to find on eBay at some point. But when I was in HMV, and there was another HMV shop, they actually had these for sale on for £8.99, but it didn't come with the slip cover. So, you know, at least I managed to get the other two with the slip covers. So that looks pretty cool there. Really cool image from Empire Strikes Back. And I think this is a 2-disc, yeah, as it says here. So again, my main concern will be the actual quality of the actual case. So far, it looks in really good condition. And again, as I said, it's a shame it didn't come with the slip cover, but for the price what I got it for, it was an absolute bargain. And even other places where I've looked to find it secondhand, some places are selling it for £11-12, even secondhand, depending on which buyer you go to. So to get it for £4.44 for me is an absolute bargain. And again, when I went to order it from eBay, it did say, unfortunately, I missed out on it. And then when I logged in, it was still in my basket, and then I managed to pay for it. And again, I managed to get it. So for me, at that price, it's an absolute bargain of a price. So I can't complain there. This is the re-released when obviously Fox got bought up by Disney. So when the previous box set that I've complete box set which I've shown on other videos, where it came with the original trilogy, then the prequel trilogy, and not obviously the new trilogy because it was still under Fox and those movies hadn't come out yet. The actual title, the actual Blu-ray title, intro menu system actually looks completely different under the Disney re-release. And I don't know if I did have read some stories where they've remastered, and Disney obviously re-released it under their banner, that they remastered it again, and some color saturation was changed on some of the movies. So don't know how true that is. That's something obviously that for you, the person, that you can obviously look up and, you know, go into fine detail. And there's probably some other YouTubers that who can go into the more finer detail in terms of telling you what the differences are. But some of the different with the New Hope and the Return of the Jedi under the Disney re-release, I did notice some slight differences. And obviously all 9 Star Wars movies have been released in 4K Blu-ray, 4K Blu-ray, which you can also buy separately, or buy in a complete box set, which is I've seen, which is very expensive. A friend of mine did an unboxing of all 9 movies, which he got on 4K, and that was quite expensive. If I've had the money, I definitely would buy that myself. Being a Star, although I'm more of a fan of the middle trilogy, if I'm being honest, with New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. Most people consider Empire Strikes Back being the best or their favorite Star Wars movie, especially the fact that obviously it was directed by not by George Lucas with this one, and I think it was Ivan Kershner, who also directed RoboCop 2, if I remember correctly. And so it's meant to be the darker one of the trilogy. And most of the time when they do trilogies of movies, when they do the middle movie, they take most of their inspiration from Empire Strikes Back, because obviously it was the darker movie. Movies, for example, Back to the Future Part 2, that ended with a somber ending. Obviously, again, influenced by Empire Strikes Back in terms of what happens and then how that ends. And a similar thing with The Matrix Reloaded. I think it's Reloaded, Revolutions, I don't know. But the second Matrix movie, where that ended on a cliffhanger with the dark ending. And again, inspired by Empire Strikes Back. So it says here, discover the conflict between good and evil. The rebels scatter all after the Empire attacks their base on the ice planet of Hoth. Han Solo and Princess Leia are pursued by the Imperials, while Luke trains with Jedi Master Yoda. Luke battles Darth Vader and learns the shocking truth of his past, which obviously most people probably should know by now. Again, as I said, it's 2 discs. So the first disc is the features enhanced high definition picture and sound, filmmaker and cast audio commentary, cast and crew archival audio commentary. The bonus Blu-ray disc features enhanced high definition picture and sound, conversations, the lost interviews, documentary, a conversation with the masters, filmmaker interviews, extended and deleted scenes, discoveries from inside matte paintings unveiled, and much more. So obviously there's much more extras on those discs, which is kind of really great. The movie runtime is 127 minutes, so that's just over 2 hours and 7 minutes long. Bear in mind that with the original Fox releases, whether it's DVD or Blu-ray and or DVD, and now with the under the Disney banner, you're getting the special edition versions of the original trilogy, not the original how they were originally re-released. The only way to get those is obviously to get the DVDs, which I did do videos on them individually. So that's the only way you can get the original version. Or I know there's probably some ways on YouTube where you can find it. Video is 1080p definition, so that's 16:9 or 2:3:9:1, and then audio is DTS HDMA 7.1. English Dolby Digital Plus 7.1, French DTS Digital Surround 5.1, Spanish Dolby 2.0 audio described English, subtitles English for the hard of hearing, Dutch, Spanish, and French. And the movie is rated U, which is a mild violence threat, and so U stands for universally suitable for all. It's also rated G, which I don't know where it probably rates somewhere else, which is fit for viewing by persons generally. So you got that there. Again, as I can see, the front of it looks in good condition. So just the side. towards the back. What opens up, no digital copies, which I don't know if across around the world, whether or not obviously one of the discs for that, whether or not the digital copies are available. Although obviously if you've got Disney Plus, then the Star Wars movies will be available on there. As far as I know, the only platform that it's on is on Disney Plus, because obviously Disney have bought the 20th Century Fox, which part of the catalogue would have been the Star Wars movies. As you can see, you've got the 2 discs, where you've got where you've got the bonus disc here with all the extras, and you've got the movie Blu-ray here. The condition of the disc looks absolutely immaculate, which I'm really pleased about. And then I can take the bonus out as well. That is immaculate as well. So it's nice to see that whoever the previous owner of this Blu-ray was, that they took very good care of it. Again, as I said, it would have been nice to sit there to have the slipcover to match the other ones I've got. Now, maybe if somebody's selling it elsewhere, then I might try and get it. If not, it doesn't matter, because as I said, for the price that I've paid for it, for £4.49, which is half the price of it would have been brand new, and it looks totally brand new. And as for the condition of the actual Blu-ray case itself, isn't damaged, scratched, or warped. I'm very pleased. But and again, as I said, when I've been on my travels to like HMV, they've sold it without these the slip covers. And again, for me, the most important thing is the actual Blu-ray disc. So as long as nothing's damaged or missing, which it quite clearly isn't. And again, as I said, with the original trilogy, with The New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi, you're only going to be getting the special edition versions of those movies, not the original incarnations of those particular movies. So this is the Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back Blu-ray unboxing. Anyway, I hope people enjoyed this video. Please feel free to share with your friends and family. Also, if you can give this video a thumbs up, I'd highly appreciate that. That will allow people to find my YouTube content. Now, this is because of the YouTube algorithms favor the bigger YouTubers, so their channels get advertised on the YouTube recommendation page. So it would be nice to, for people to find my YouTube channel, and for it to expand and get more viewership and obviously subscribership. So please leave a like and a comment, and maybe in the comment section let me know what your favorite Star Wars film, and maybe your least favorite, and why that particular Star Wars movie is your favorite, and why it's your least favorite. What particular one isn't your favorite? So please let me know. Again, as I said, for me, it's the original trilogy. For me, all the way. For me, it's obviously growing up as a childhood, and seeing it, whether it was during Christmas or Easter, when they used to be on terrestrial TV before having Sky or cable. There was something just magical seeing these movies at Christmas or at Easter time. So for me, it's the original trilogy. For me, they're absolutely loving the characters as well. So, and then obviously seeing the special editions again in the late 90s. I think it was in about 97 in the cinema. So much so that I saw each of them twice. That's how much I loved the original trilogy. Anyway, speaking of subscribing, if you already haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. If you want to see stuff like this, whether it's Blu-ray unboxings, Blu-ray Steelbook unboxings, my Blu-ray and Blu-ray Steelbook collection, and obviously my DVD collection. I do have something VHS related coming up really soon, which I need to film, of a beloved franchise. So please stay tuned for that. Also, I do video game unboxings, video game playthroughs, food and drink reviews, movie reviews, and TV shows as well, and recommendations. Clothing pickups, which I've actually got 2 clothing stuff in relation to footwear, which one I got for Christmas, one got in the sale. So hopefully in the up and coming weeks, you'll be seeing those videos coming up, and hopefully you will like them. Gadgets, whether it's accessories for mobile phones, game consoles. I've already done one in terms of it comes to phone accessories, when it comes to phone cases for the iPhone 15 Pro, a sleeve for the MacBook Pro. So I've done stuff like that. Comic book related stuff, so whether it's comic books, comic books old and new, comic book graphic novels, comic book statues and figures, which I've got all lined up. Art books, whether it's video game, movie, TV show, or video game related, I've got all of that stuff coming up. Trying to think, and I do have a couple of clothing pickups as well that I've recently got. And these are comic book related, so keeping into the comic book kind of field. I've also bought books as well, mainly autobiographies. I got one coming up. Last Christmas, I did not the previous Christmas in 2023. I had the book from Patrick Stewart, which I haven't need to really get around to reading, and I've got one autobiography, which I think of a famous actor, which is here in the UK, of a beloved actor. So stay tuned for that. Just think what else I do, and beauty products, whether it's razors, shower gels, bath salts, facial stuff, all sorts of stuff. I do all that sorts of stuff when I get around to it. Also rant videos when they're appropriate, and once a month I do a vlog and telling you what I've been up to the last month and what I'm going to be up to for the current month. So if you're into all that kind of stuff, then please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. In Christmas 2023, we hit 500 subs. A few months after that, in early 2024, we hit 600. And now we're on our way to 800 subs. So we're only a few away now. So again, a big thank you to the subscribers, old and new. Without you guys, my channel wouldn't be where it is today. So I really appreciate all of you for subscribing to my channel. Hopefully you're enjoying and being entertained by my content. So I get a big thank you to all of you. And hopefully we will hit 800, and then eventually 900, and then hopefully the big 1,000 by the end of the year. So, or maybe even sooner. So who knows? I also live stream on Twitch. To find me on there, it's the same name as my YouTube name. Just add 76. I will leave the link in the description box. I don't have set days or times when I live stream. This is mainly due to stuff going on in my personal life and health issues, so it's kind of really hard to tie down to what days I can and cannot stream. So it's kind of a random thing. So please consider following me on there. I'm trying to at least get to 50 in there, so I'm a few away from hitting 50 followers. I've been recently playing Forza Motorsport, which I've been enjoying, and I've been exporting those videos to YouTube because at least I don't have copyright music. And just before Christmas, during Christmas should I say, we finished up the last story mission of Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, which is hard to export because of copyright claim music in it. Maybe one day I will replay it and find a way of cutting that out or muting it or some way of doing it. And now obviously we got Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater Delta, the remake of Metal Gear Solid 3, which came out on the PlayStation 2. So hopefully I will be getting that and doing a playthrough of that. So stay tuned to do that. So again, as I said, follow me on Twitch. Also, I do live stream on YouTube, but that's kind of rare, so hit the notification bell in the off chance of when I do live stream. It will be mostly casual gaming, so it'll be beat 'em ups, shoot 'em ups, platform games, sports games, things like that. Nothing too serious. Even if you do miss the live streams, the videos will be kept up so you can watch it whenever you have the free time to, but it would be nice to have live viewership. So again, as I said, hit the notification bell in the off chance of when I do live stream. And that just leads me to say, wherever you are in the world, please stay safe. And a quick wanted to say to all the people in North America, in the Los Angeles area, where obviously there's been lots of wildfire spreading around, where people lost their homes, their lives even, and even pets and personal effects. What to say, my heart is with all of you out there, and hopefully things will get better really soon. So yeah, really hope things get better for those people out there in the Los Angeles area. And I just want to say, wishing you all a happy new year, all the best for 2025, and I'll speak to you again in my next video. Bye for now.